Here, so we got to keep it. I want to just keep it moving real quick. Here, Obama is in campaign mode again, and this is from MSN, and it says that Obama democracy is at stake in November. Democracy is at stake. I think democracy has been at stake for the last 7 years. Going on 8 years that he's been the president of the United States. Now, he just had a fundraiser in Los Angeles, Phil.
Yeah.
And
that's why words matter so importantly. He's talking about democracy. We don't want democracy.
Yes.
You and I don't want that.
That's right.
We want a representative a republic.
Yes.
That's what we want. And they've changed that republic to a representative democracy. That's not what was envisioned, and that's not what we're supposed to have.
And that's why we don't use that on this side,
right.
but they use that, and we use representative republic.
Yeah.
And you notice that all Democrats use those same words.
And that's how come Bernie Sanders can replace
Yes.
this Democrat socialist. No, you are Democratic communist.
Yes.
That's what you are, and that's what you want. And Obama is talking this nonsense about compromise in that particular soundbite. But compromise is only one thing. That is just taking us further and further from the original intent, and we've forgotten all about what original intent is.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I just wanted to mention that he now he's talking about this. He's in campaign mode, and how just Bernie was just talking about the rich, how Hillary is taking money from her PACs, he's taking money from Wall Street, but now Obama just had a meeting with donors, which it cost $33,400 a couple.
that's right.
A couple for this meeting. That's what tickets were. Tickets were $33,400 a couple. And he's talking about something being at jeopardy. Well, this is what's at jeopardy right here.
Who's he raising that money for? Is that raising it for Hillary or who?
Well, he's not raising it for Hillary. He so-called is raising it for the Democrat Party.
Yeah,
right. So for the Democrats, so that the Democrat Party can disperse the money.
Because if you remember when he was running and for his campaign, he was charging twice that. He was getting $75,000 a couple.
Yeah. So and so when somebody is talking about it, he mentioned, again, he want to mention that Donald. He want to mention Donald Trump and mention Ted Cruz. Again, want to still mention them and saying that Donald Trump would not be president. Well, folks, we've been under a. This guy has been the most manipulative president ever in history, the most unqualified, and he has the nerves to actually think that he can be. He didn't get in this position and actually believe that he's been a great president. Yeah. If you look at some of his poll numbers, not saying that they're great, but he still has some real strong polling numbers, Paul Field.
And they just recently went up also. But the point is that we have allowed the whole, when he said change, things have changed that nobody even envisioned, never even thought that would be changed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, this guy has done what he has wanted to do, although the beneficiaries of them are people that traditionally didn't participate in things.
And one of those changes is here. This is from Mother Jones. Now, this is a left-wing website, but Mother Jones asked something in an article. It says, we asked the cops. Now, let me just say this, Phil. Whenever you defend laws, I notice that liberals always do one thing. They should have a silhouette picture, but the picture is always of somebody white.
Yeah.
So they saying that the law is always is defended by a white cop. So this is to manipulate people right here.
Yep.
That picture is a picture of manipulation.
Yep.
That they showing a cop Yeah, absolutely standing there, but he's always white. They should have had just a silhouette picture.
Yeah.
Picture that don't show you who it is. Because we have to defend laws. This is a country of laws, Phil.
Yeah.
We are a country of laws.
It's formally a country of laws.
And so we shouldn't be concerned with protecting. For myself, I had put my daughter in a karate class she took, and now she got bored with it. But the reason I put her in karate, she's 7 years old, I put her in karate class is because I seen somebody go in the bathroom what appeared to be it appeared to be that it wasn't a woman that went in that bathroom. And so I stood real close to the door. And so I said, "Hey, hon, you okay?" So I, had to, holler in there a couple of times, make sure she, and so that's what's these people are leading our children into a place.
That's what I was talking about. Things have changed. I can remember when a relative of mine was sending her daughter and her son by bus.
Yes.
To another city to visit their father.
Yes.
Right. That relative of mine was worried about the daughter.
Okay.
Going into the bathroom.
Yes.
And I told her, I said, "Look, there is a very rare occasion where a woman will attack a child."
Yes.
I said, "But you better watch the boy."
That's right.
Because somebody would grab him and But today, what do we have to worry about? We have to worry about trying to figure out a way to keep the restrooms safe from people being of another gender going in there for who knows what purpose.
Yeah.
You don't know that. And I don't want to leave my daughter vulnerable.
And the thing is that we know the criminals will also take advantage of this.
That's right.
They will.
Exactly right.
And so look, what would stop a criminal from going in there also and picking up that little kid and manipulating that
How
little
many
kid?
times have terrorists dressed as females under burqas?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to give you the most famous example of it. Yasser Arafat actually escaped out of a situation in a burqa, in a female burqa. So there's a tradition in this,
yes.
But you don't have to worry about it. I don't think nobody's talking about forcing men in the female bathrooms in the Muslim centers, do you?
Yeah.
You don't hear anything about that, do you?
I noticed that you don't hear a lot from Muslims about this too.
That's right.
You notice that they don't comment about social issues that's happening in the culture war.
That's right.
I noticed that they're not concerned at all, and
because they can ride under the protection. But when they're forced into this, they're going to rebel.
Well, and that's because one of the things that this is from WND World Net Daily. It says U.S. Muslims to overtake Jews in 2026.
In population, numeric
in population. So here, before I go, because we running out of time, Derek, can you play? Now this is Geraldo. He's on. He's on with on Fox News, and I mean, I couldn't believe what I heard Geraldo say, and so he's on their Raleigh factor. He's on their Raleigh factor, and this is what he said about Ted Cruz, and that's number 262, please, Derek.
Cruz breaks 15 percentage points, Bill. I think that he's going to get routed in New York, and deservedly so. Aside from the stinking anti-Semitic implications that I see in that whole New York values, money, and media coded message that he put out there, pandering to those Iowa voters. Hear me out. He also voted against Hurricane Sandy relief. He also voted against compensation for the 9/11 victims. This is a man whose interests are absolutely antithetical to New York. He's going to get routed.
The Sandy and the 9/11, I can understand. Look, Rivera, I mean, I've lived here my whole life, as have you. If he says New York values to a bunch of evangelicals, it's not anti-Semitic. He's pointing to de Blasio, to Cuomo, to the
Why
progressive
didn't he say that?
crew.
He could have very easily said.
Okay, thanks, Derek. Okay, we're running out of time, and that's exactly what he was referring to. Yeah. And this is who de Blasio and Cuomo are the ones right now. Cuomo just signed this bill, this bathroom act. We had people from the school systems right behind me. I'm a part of this right here. This transgender bill. And these liberal values, that's what he was talking about. Not Jews. Absolutely. And I could not believe Geraldo would say something like that. I'm an evangelical. So, let me just say this. We just over in my church this weekend, we had a day to honor Israel, folks. And so I've been around the church all my life, and so
But isn't Geraldo a non-practicing Jew?
Well, I don't know.
I think I've heard him say that, but the thing about it is
that
tells you what they want to hide behind this anti-Semitism
all
nonsense,
the time.
But they don't want to advance the tenets of their religion.
And not just that, he was not outspoken about Barack Hussein Obama, who signed this deal with Iran, this deal with Iran that is giving Iran $150 billion. And you think that this is not going to be, and not just that, we're talking about in the Middle East right now.
Funding terrorists.
Funding terrorists. The Middle East is in a shamble right now because of this, and so you don't think that this is a crucial moment for those in that area, folks. Go to our website, artofmichigan.com. We need your support. We'll see you next week.
Roundtable invites the Wham Talk 1600 listeners to continue the roundtable discussions by mailing correspondence to Art of Michigan, Post Office Box 135, Garden City, Michigan 48135.
Or follow Phil, Del, and Janice at artofmichigan.com. You can also send emails to artofmichigan@hotmail.com. And most of all, continue to listen every Saturday and tell a friend.